Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a cash envelope stuffing for the paycheck that I received on July 7th, 2022 using the printable version of the Budget by Paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. Okay, so we are nice and zoomed in for our cash envelope stuffing. I have all of my bills lined up here. There are a couple singles that are down below that you cannot see. I did want to first start out with my emergency fund. If you've seen my videos probably over the last couple months, you'll know that I kind of restarted this version of my emergency fund. I do have a checking account at my bank with an established emergency fund, but I want to keep building that without having a budget for it. So what I do is at the end of every pay period, whatever cash I have left over in my eating out, gas, and miscellaneous variable expense cash envelopes goes into this emergency fund. It grows really slowly because of that, but that's okay. It's still a way to grow this. I did use, I think it was $800 that I had in cash towards a down payment on my new car that I just purchased. So I started over again in May with this envelope. And the goal is to hit $1,000. And then once I do, I'll transfer the money into my emergency fund checking account and then start a new envelope over again. With this past pay period, I was able to save $70 from my cash envelopes. That was actually from my gas envelope. I didn't get gas at all last pay period because I got my new car like not long after the pay period started, and it's a hybrid and I didn't have to fill it up. So, and I'll talk more about gas in a little bit, but we should have $199 in this envelope. So I'm going to count that all out. We have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 190, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 199. So almost at $200, which is very exciting. Hopefully I'll have at least $1 to put in here next time around. Moving on to my variable expense cash envelopes, I do have some new envelopes for the month of July. These are ones that I just had printed already laying around. I decided to do some fun lettering on them. All of these different designs are available on my Etsy shop, which is always linked down below. We are going to be starting out with my eating out envelope. And that eating out envelope is going to get $75 in a $50 bill, a $20 bill, and a $5 bill. We have 50, 70, 75. Now, I do have a $5 challenge going on, so I have actually been pulling the $5 bill out to put into my challenge. So we will have $70 in this envelope to use over the next 2 weeks. Next, we have my gas envelope. Now, this gets the same amount, $75 in a 50, a 20, and a $5 bill. Let's count it first. 50, 70, 75. I will also be pulling this $5 bill to put into my $5 challenge. So I'll have $70 in this envelope, but I'm filming this video on the 9th. I'm filming it on Saturday the 9th. It's going to be posting today, hopefully, as long as it uploads fine. I just have had a very hectic last few days. I couldn't get to the bank the day I got paid. I could not get to the bank yesterday. So I went to the bank this morning. I'm filming this video now, but I needed to get gas on Friday, and I'm actually in the process of changing banks. I'm switching all of my accounts over to a different bank. I'm switching them over to a credit union, which I'm really excited about. But because of that, accessing some of my money has been a little bit hectic, and so I didn't have my cash, but I could have just used my debit card for my new bank to get gas, except that I went to go use it and it didn't work. So when I went to the bank this morning, I did get that all straightened out. My debit card should be working now, but I was kind of stuck. I didn't have any cash on me. I didn't have access to my cash at my new bank. And I didn't have my old bank debit card on me. I took it out of my wallet. So I had to use a credit card to get gas. And it was my first time filling up my tank in my new car. It was $50 to fill up my tank. I'm hoping it lasts me at least 2 weeks. Again, I purchased my car and I filled up my tank 2 weeks and 2 days after I purchased my car, after I got my car. And that included driving home from the dealership, and the dealership is almost an hour from my house. And then I did go and see one of my friends the other day, and she lives about 45 minutes away from me. So 2 longer trips that I normally wouldn't take. So I'm really hoping that this tank of gas lasts me at least 2 weeks. But anyways, all that to say, I'm stuffing this with my usual money, but I did get gas Friday, the day after I got paid, the 8th, and I put it on a credit card. So I think I might pull that $50 from here just to pay off that credit card. I could just cash flow paying that off, but I think I really want to have an accurate read on what I'm spending on gas. So I think I'm going to do that. Lastly, for my variable expense envelopes, we have my miscellaneous envelope. This one is going to get $150, and for this pay period, we're going to do that in 2 $50 bills, 2 $20 bills, and then 2 $5 bills, which are the last 2 5s we have. So I'm going to push my singles up. So let's count this up, make sure we have 150. We have 50, 100, 120, 140, 45, 150. And I picked these denominations because of the challenges that we'll be stuffing for. So you can see my deposit of 150. I am going to pull one of the 5s out for my $5 challenge, and then I'm pulling some more cash out for my 52-week challenge. Next, we're going to be managing my sinking funds. So we only have 2 sinking funds right now. Here are my 2 sinking funds envelopes. These envelopes are designed by me, but I don't have them on my Etsy shop yet. I'm hoping maybe some point this summer to be able to release them, but no time frame for that yet. First, we're going to be stuffing my travel sinking fund. This is where my attention has been since last pay period. Now that I have purchased my vehicle and I'm just going to be doing like normal payments for that, I'm putting a lot of money towards travel because I'm going on vacation in October and I need to pay for that vacation. Once I've paid for that vacation, things will balance out a little bit more. We'll start sinking funds again for 2023, and then I will start putting more money towards my house savings. So right now for this paycheck, we're actually putting $1,000 towards travel. And I think that's all the hundreds I have left, but let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is. So this is $1,000 right here. And with that deposit, we should have $2,730 in this envelope. So I'm just going to add all this to the back and then we'll count it up together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2,000. 20, 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 50, 400, 50, 500, 50, 600, 50, 700. So 2720, 2730. Really exciting to see this growing. I did kind of officially book my trip. I think I mentioned that in a previous video, but in doing so, I did have to put a deposit down. It only required like a $400 and something deposit. I ended up putting down $2,000, and I put it on a credit card because one of my credit cards, if it's a travel related expense, you get like 2% cash back. So I put the $2,000 down on my credit card. I'm using cash back towards it, and then the difference will have to come out of here, but I haven't gotten the bill yet, and I'm just going to wait until the bill because I think that's when my cash back will actually show up. So once that bill comes, I am going to pull the money out of here just to pay off that credit card, and then I'll keep doing that. When I make more payments for the vacation, I'll keep putting it on my credit card to get cash back. So that's all done. Next, we have car maintenance. Yes, I do have a brand new car, but I don't feel comfortable not having a car maintenance fund. I've just had one for a while now and I like having one. I'm hoping that I don't have to be putting anything into maintenance for my vehicle for a while, but I decided on having a $1,000 car maintenance sinking fund, just to be safe. And then if I'm using it for like oil changes and things, I will just kind of replenish it as I need to. And then once my car hits maybe, I don't know, 3-4 years old, I'll probably start growing this again as a rolling sinking fund. So I'm just going to get to $1,000. Once I get to $1,000, I'm going to stop contributing, which is great. But if I use money from here, I'll try to replenish it. And you might think, well, then why use it if you're just going to replenish it? Well, when I replenish it, I won't do it at the speed that I pull from it. You know what I mean? And then once my car's a few years old and I feel like I need to have more in here, I'll start saving again. So with this paycheck, we're going to be doing $50. That's the usual amount that I put into the car maintenance sinking fund. I can move this money up. $50 bill. I did write it in on the back here. So we should have $353 in this envelope. Still a ways to go, but it's slowly growing, which is exciting. 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 351, 352, 353. Now that we have all that done, the only cash that I have left is for one of my 2022 savings challenges. So I do have a 52-week challenge that I created for myself, but I'm also doing the 2022 savings challenges from the Budget Mom. And this is the envelope for July. There's basically 2 challenges per month. One you pull from your paycheck, the other you pull from your cash envelopes. The one that we're pulling from our cash envelopes has to be done on a certain day of the week, so I'm not contributing to it right now. But the one that I'm pulling from my paycheck, I'm pulling from this paycheck, and I'm pulling $72. So that's what I should have left here. Let's count it all up together. 50, 70, 71, 72. And I did fill it in on the back here. So like for the challenge that comes out of my cash envelopes, I did do a deposit on the 3rd for $4. And then I'm adding this in there. So we should have a total of 76. 50, 70, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 76. Hoping that when I contribute this week for that cash envelope savings challenge, that I'm putting a little bit more into this than $4. And then with that done, we are going to do my 52-week challenge. So I'm going to go over to my tracker. No, where's my tracker? Here it is. Okay. So this 52-week challenge tracker I created myself. I have this available on my Etsy shop along with the 52-week challenge envelope. And they're sold separately. That way, if you like one but not the other, you can, do what you like with them. So I always contribute 2 weeks at a time because I get paid bi-weekly. So I'm contributing for weeks 27 and 28. It's really exciting. We're in the second half of the year now. So I'm starting a new column. So I'm going to check those 2 off. And then I am pulling the cash from my miscellaneous envelope. So here's my miscellaneous envelope that we're using. And I already did the math and added it up. So here on the back, you'll see that I'm pulling out $55. So I'm going to do that in a $50 bill and a $5 bill. And again, I am going to pull this other 5. So I should have $90 left. And I have 50, 70, 90. I'll put that 5 in there for now until I'm going to pull it out for my $5 challenge. And now we have the $55 that we're going to contribute to this challenge, and that is written in right here. So we should have a total of $406 in this envelope. Add in these bills. Let's see where we're at. 1, 2, 300, 350, 400, 405, 406. Very exciting, and I'm glad that I did end up condensing that because this is so much better than the wad of cash I had before from all those singles. So we are done with the 52-week challenge. Very exciting to see how this is like escalating in terms of its growth. Very, very cool. And that is it. That is it for today's cash envelope stuffing. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm hoping I'm just starting to get into a little bit more of a groove again with regards to like my budget and my cash envelopes and all that stuff. I did actually figure out the other day exactly what I want to do for my 2023 sinking funds. I like looked through and made sure all my sinking funds still made sense. Thought about if I needed to add or take away anything. I'm not planning on it. I went through the totals, made sure that all made sense. Did have to definitely recalculate some stuff with my insurance and my car taxes, car insurance and car taxes, because those are going to be going up because I have a new car. And basically kind of like decided on everything. I decided that I'm going to start saving for cash envelope or for sinking funds for 2023 on September 1st. No, that's a lie. Well, the first paycheck in September, I should say. September 1st is when I'm going to Hogwarts. No. So I'll start saving for 2023 sinking funds in September. So for the rest of July and then for August, it's really going to be me focusing in on my travel sinking fund. And then once I start my sinking funds for 2023, they'll be getting their usual amounts and I'll be able to focus a little bit more on my house savings again. So that's very exciting. I think that's also the month that I'm going to have to start paying my student loans. Not as excited about that. And I'm definitely going to try to figure out and factor in how I'm able to start making some extra debt payments towards my car, because I want to pay that off as quick as humanly possible. So yeah, that's it. That's what I have going on right now and what's coming in the next few months. If you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to put them down below. And as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.